Yeah.
Oh man, it is another Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Damn, it's actually the Sunday. This Sunday is the 4 years since I left my media employer. It's literally
damn, for real?
Yeah, it's literally the 4th year today.
Hey, okay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but look, it's still time for the #1 hip hop podcast in the world.
You damn right.
And we call that thing Bangin on lunch tables. And now I'm Camp from the Port.
It's your boy Right Down.
We are available in a lot of places, man.
Yeah.
Audio Boom, of course.
Of course.
But also Apple Podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Google Play.
You did.
The iHeartMedia app.
You damn right.
Stitcher.
Uh-huh.
And Spotify.
Of course,
man. You know what I'm saying? So listen. You know what I'm saying? We there.
Yeah.
So, if you just happen to be hearing this casually, that's where we at. So, and we appreciate you stopping through the, check us out, man. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, man. It's July 26th, Jones. I left Indianapolis officially like this day 4 years ago. like 2016. So yeah. Ironic how all of this 4-year talk is going to be coming up today. But hey, I'm here for it. So without further ado, I think we should just get right to the show, my guy.
Let's do it.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Man, R.I.P. Regis Philbin.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Regis Philbin, world-renowned media television host.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also embraced by the hip-hop culture, you know what I'm saying? If you Google Regis Philbin, you might see a piece of him and Nas sitting together while he's going over the times that he was name dropped. He's kicked it with Snoop, Lil Kim, the Wu-Tang Clan, and
the Wu. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't forget about one of the most iconic television shows of our time, specifically, Jones, as far as game shows goes. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And whether you came across that Regis and Kathy Lee or it was Regis and Kelly, you definitely know the constant was Regis, man. And for all my wrestling fans out there, he's been in a couple WrestleManias doing this thing too. So that was always cool, man. Regis Philbin was definitely a bigger part of my childhood and even adult life than I realized, Jones. And when he passed, it was like hearing your cool ass neighbor passed.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, he wasn't like directly affiliated with like hip hop, but like he's always just been around. And it seemed like a cool dude. Yeah. So like, man, when I seen it, I was like, man, 2020 is definitely on some bullshit to shit, man.
Man, word. So it's like, yeah, that the passing of Regis Philbin, I was like, man, Regis Philbin is gone, man. Like that's I was like, wow, I've known him like my whole life. Yeah, man. So obviously, sincere prayers and condolences to his family, and true friends. Even though no matter what age you go, it's always too soon for the people that love you most.
That's a fact.
So even though this is a hip hop podcast, I think I would be remiss as a real 80s baby if I didn't acknowledge the life and legacy that is Regis Philbin. So rest in peace, good sir, rest well. We thank you for your entertainment and service for the last few decades, and we just hope that your legacy will be in high regard and respected forever.
Yes, sir.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Also, just want to send out some prayers to Biz Markie, man. I think he was hospitalized the other day, man. And that's, man, our hip-hop legends, man, fuck all that one-hit wonder shit. Biz Markie was a member of the Juice Crew, and he's just an important piece in the fabric that is hip-hop, man. And we can't just disregard that because he might not have had a hit when you was in the club or some bullshit like that.
That's a fact.
Know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say, for me personally, and I'll let Jones do his thing, but just sincere prayers up to Biz Markie. We hope whatever your condition is or whatever you're battling, you overcome it and you get out of that back stronger than ever. This put me in the mind, Jones, of when I was about to watch Nice and Smooth perform at a concert. And Greg Nice couldn't be there because they wouldn't let him on the plane, and he ended up being hospitalized. And I was super worried because the last time I had seen Greg Nice, I actually got a chance to speak to him, and he told me that he saw me in the crowd and he seen I knew all the words to his verse on Dwick. And and I was like, yeah, that's my shit. Like that's one of the hardest verses ever to me, just because of the way you style all over it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought about that moment, and it's like, yeah, you know what, Nice and Smooth, and specifically Greg Nice, they may not get the love that an Outkast or a Mobb Deep or something like that is, but I tie them into my adolescent and early teenage years, and those guys are important to me. And I look at Biz Markie the exact same way, so I definitely just want to send positivity and just well wishes and best of blessings to the way of Biz Markie and his family and friends.
Man, same here. And like, fuck all that one hit wonder shit, man, with Biz, if y'all own that. Because Biz is a seminal figure in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Just a personality that's always been there, always been around. And if you really do your Googles, Biz Markie is kind of the reasons why, like, you don't get the production that you used to get from the late 80s, early 90s with the layered production and all that, like the Bomb Squad and all that other stuff, where it was like samples on top of samples. Because he had a case, I think it was like, I need a haircut album or some shit like that, where they was like, after that, you gotta clear samples, because the hip hop of the 80s and early 90s, I say like 90, 91 maybe, was just like, it was the Wild West. We was just doing what we normally do. Yeah, I like how that sound. We gonna scratch this in here and put it on top of this. We couldn't do that anymore, and that was based off of, like some shit that happened with Biz and his album. So, like, we gotta pay respect to the founders that were here before us. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was unfortunate that happened. Yeah. It affects hip hop to this very day. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely. Much love to Biz Markie. Get well soon, man. Much prayers going out to his way, man. Like, I hope he pulls through and is back better than ever.
Right, absolutely, man. Yes, sir. Oh, that was a terrible transition, but y'all know what I mean. Prayers to Biz Markie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely though. It's all good. It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones. There is a 25-year anniversary that has came and went this weekend, Jones.
Yeah.
And it is for Bone Thugs and Harmony. East 1999. The album turns 25 years old today, Jones, and it should definitely be celebrated. Jones, I want you to kick this off, and I want to obviously chime in and collaborate on the celebration of one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time, Jones.
Man, like, I'll put it to you like this, right? As a shorty, this came out when I was 10 years old, right? So, as a shorty, this was the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Wu-Tang was out here rocking, Mob was rocking, but this was the group in my area, and especially, I guess you could say, for what it was worth amongst my age range that I was paying attention to, especially because like at the fast rapping, them being from Cleveland, the whole look that they had, man, all of that came together, and it shined real bright with East 99, man. Yeah. Like, I remember being a little kid and my older cousins, like, filming us trying to rap to the song, so we just doing our best, like, rap pantomime. Like, we just like, hey, man, I don't know what they saying, but hey, here we go. Right. Like, this album was so huge. At least where I was, man, it was big. And I remember like older cousins playing it all the time. My OG uncles playing it. The videos was on constantly. Not just not Crossroads, of course. Crossroads is Crossroads. Everybody knows that. But like, shoot, the video for East 99 and all that, man, it was like just Busy Bone, Crazy Bone, Wish, Lazy. For whatever reason, Flesh wasn't a part of the group like how he was before. Like, that's still a hip hop mystery to me. I want to know that answer, but like, yeah, man, East 99 is huge. One of my favorite songs. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Off of that doesn't get talked about much from off the album is I think it's called The Getaway. It's a great, it's a great storytelling record, like about how they had to get the fuck up out of there, basically.
Yeah.
Let me see if I get it. So song, I know the song.
Yeah, I was gonna say this song is actually super dope. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention.
Yeah. Let me see. So I can get y'all the exact name of it, so I'm not misinformed. Where's it? Not first. Where is it? Yeah, it's Down 71. The Getaway. That's what it started. To be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember first hearing that, and like, I was like, wait, they telling a story. Like, I can actually follow what they say. Like, okay, I get it. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, man, like, rapping fast was such a staple in, like, the Chicago, Midwest area. Like, I know everybody didn't do it, but it was such a signature part of it. I remember this being, like, the origins of, like, the little beef. Thankfully, this came and went real fast. The beef with them, Twista, and Do or Die, crucial conflict of who started that shit first. But they did it so well, even if you was from Chicago or this part of the Midwest, you couldn't help but fuck with the album anyway. It was like, hey man, them boys spitting and it's cold. And I'm glad that never resulted into anything super serious. So, yeah. But overall, man, East 99, classic album, man. One of the biggest albums of the 90s, definitely, but one of the best hip-hop albums, period, especially if you come out of the Midwest.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Jones, when I think about Bone Thugs-n-Harmony East 1999 album, I think about junior high, being on the Freeport Shamrocks basketball team and going on to the road games, whether we went to Sterling or we went to Lena or I forget where else we went, or we going to a tournament. Everybody on the bus that's on the team had their own copy of East 1999, Jones.
Ah, damn, okay.
So, like, and we all, and at certain points of time, we would sing in unison to whatever songs that were on. So, you know what I'm saying? So, sometimes we on the bus, East 1990, 99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is before the remix, so, you know, I think it would be D. Woodall. Shout to D. Woodall, who would always be kicking it off. And even though you go, you still got love from Bone.
Yeah.
So I think about this album makes me think of just 7th, 8th grade Freeport Shamrocks basketball team, junior high team. All the people that were on that team, practice, games, road trips, and it's just it's an automatic staple. I think one of my truly favorite rap songs of all time is undoubtedly Mr. Bill Collector. This is on this album.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. Mr. Bill Collector was the hardest shit. Like, Mr. Bill Collector, I'll tell you what, Jones. Obviously, like you were saying, with the style of rap that Bone has, there was no easy way to quite get all the lyrics.
Yeah.
At every time. But I tell you, I knew every single word to Lazy Bone's verse on this on Mr. Bill Collector.
Yeah, okay.
And little did I know that Lazy Bone would become my favorite rapper during this period of time. Like, I thought nobody was colder than Lazy Bone when East 1999 came out, and a lot of that is due to his verse on Mr. Bill Collector. I'm sorry, Mr. Bill Collector.
Okay.
And even so I love that song, and that's also the song that I know. I'll say 90% of it, because I even picked out some of the words that Busy Bone is saying on that verse, and I know exactly what he's saying. I would be the ultimate hype man for his verse on Mr. Bill Collector, because I can punch in where I know he said certain shit. Would that be it? Also, moving fast forward in life, when I did work in Indianapolis for a media company. I worked during Super Bowl week, and I got a chance to be on the red carpet for NFL honors.
Okay.
And something in my spirit told me to grab Bone Thugs and Harmony East 1999, the CD, and play it in the car on the way down to do this. And
okay.
So the last time, well, definitely one of the last time, if not the last time, I played Bone Thugs and Harmony East 1999, it was for Super Bowl XLVI, which was in 2011, I believe, or 2012. But matter of fact, it was the Indianapolis Super Bowl, Patriots, Colts, I'm sorry, not Patriots, Colts, Giants, Patriots, I believe, that the rematch, if you will.
Yeah, okay.
And I played that album that time, and of course, Mr. Bill Collective did get played 2 or 3 times. Shout out to everybody that was in the car with me that day. I think Janelle, Micho, and Gilbert were all with me when I had that rocking. So,
okay,
I have nothing but fond and positive memories about the entire East 1999 album. I really do think it's one of the greatest rap albums that has ever been created. I think it should be in everybody's top 100, and I wouldn't argue if you said top 50.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It was just a great moment in time, dude, and. Yeah, man. Hey, look, shout out to Bone. I mean, for me, it got no better than this album.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if we're keeping it real, that story is prevalent for a lot of our favorites, our GOATs, our legends, our pioneers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have it, and it doesn't get any better than that. And this is what this album is to me.
And one of the key things I like to say about this album is it came out and it was very unique and different from a lot of shit that was going on. Like, I know I mentioned, like, fast rapping in Chicago and all that, but they did it different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same as what Twista or Do Or Die was doing, like, with the harmonies and everything. Right. It was almost like they were singing and rapping. Like, they're like the prototype for a lot of the sing-songy rappers that we got now. They are like the granddaddies of all that shit, because they were like really like singing and rapping and harmonizing and shit in their verses, and like the production was so dark and so funky. It was like a tinge of West Coast, but it wasn't G-Funk, even though they was like plugged with Eazy-E and all that, man. Mm-hmm. It wasn't exactly like, oh yeah, this is West Coast G-Funk shit. It was something different. So it came together perfectly on that album, man.
Yeah, man.
And the one thing I'll say I didn't like about it, just as a shorty though, trying to sneak and listen to that shit as a kid, and like I'm listening to it as nice and loud, and the only time you could understand what they were saying is when Busy Bone and them wanted to curse. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I hate that.
Yeah, you gotta feel the vulgarity, Jones. It's got to happen.
Yeah, man, everything else is and then fucking. Like, damn. Like, damn, I'm trying to sneak and listen to this shit. Like, please, shit.
Hell yeah. Hey, I definitely thought I was going to get a whooping when playing NBA Live 95 with this playing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta give me mine for the 9995. Body's dropping when you hear my pistol select the dome. Respect that true. How's the underground shit, Mr. Bill Collective, bro? And my mom walked in. I was like, oh my god. I was like, damn.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I'm about to get a whooping. I was like, I'm just singing the song. They're like, the words came so fast. I didn't want to mess it up.
On the real, man. On the real, man.
So yeah, man. Yo, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, definitely, like how you're saying, one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. We hope all of you brothers are getting along and you're safe and you're healthy and you're well.
Yeah.
Thank you for the timeless piece of art that you have given us known as East 1999.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey man, again, man, so many sentimental moments. I could talk for a lot longer on this album, but I won't, because we got other topics to tackle, and you know, but hey, everybody deserves their respect, so we got to get to it. All right. So thank you again, Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 1999, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time.
That's right.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones, I cannot, and I do mean I absolutely cannot let the show keep going without acknowledging the 15-year anniversary of Young Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
So this album, again, sentimental value for me. I actually moved to Atlanta 2 days before this album drops, 15 years ago.
Okay.
And I hated Jeezy at that time. I thought Boys in the Hood was completely garbage.
Damn.
And then what was not a smash record to me specifically. And I had no idea how I was going to survive if I had to hear his music in my new home of Atlanta, Georgia at the time.
Okay.
However, Jones, I was immediately corrected and checked myself once I heard the rest of this album, as well as hearing the Trap or Die mixtape, which was something that I didn't get a chance to hear before I moved.
Okay.
So, one of my favorite rap songs ever would be on this. Well, actually, two of them, I would believe. Yeah, because Get Your Mind Right and also Gangsta Music. And Jones, I won't lie to you, the intro off of Gangsta Music alone is what turned the corner for me on Jeezy forever.
Okay.
And he didn't even rap yet, but the way he started off this song, it let me know that, I like this guy.
Okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to perform here is not a display of great lyrical ability. It's not even that very artistic. But I'll tell you this, when you got the right production behind what I'm about to say, it just makes the world a better place. Jeezy said, and I quote, "Chill, all you rapping ass niggas with your sneak dissing ass niggas. That shit don't get you on, it's gonna get you hurt, nigga." He's like, bop, 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 all in your face, bitch. That's the ad-lib to the shit he talking.
Right?
He's like, if you a hater and you know it, fuck you. You non-rapping ass bitches. I'd rather listen to your instrumentals, nigga. Say something, nigga. Do something, nigga. Let's get it. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, let's fucking get it.
Yeah.
And then man. And then again, because I was like, okay, this is hard. This started off hard as shit. And then we was like, and that ain't this, and this ain't that. And bitch, I'm strapped. I was like, oh. Yeah. I was like, okay. I know what I'm supposed to do with this music now. I was like, this makes sense. This is great.
Yeah.
So literally, after Gangster Music, I'm just on board. And I'm like, all right, cool. This shit hard. And I kept listening to the rest of the album. There's obviously some songs that I am totally not a fan of. And we will talk about those songs after I let Jones speak highly of the album. But again, man, Thug Motivation 101, I believe if you check the archives of anywhere we've been, I've shared about my experience about how I know this album is a classic just by the way the city of Atlanta reacted to the releasing of the album and how the streets were filled from Buckhead to Bankhead with a different song of his from his album playing in everybody's whip. And literally, I've never seen anybody take over a moment in time in an entire city like that. And man, unquestionably a classic album from Young Jeezy at the time. I know he goes just by Jeezy, but I'm staying historically correct here. So Young Jeezy dropped Thug Motivation 101. Super dope album. It definitely is a classic when you think about everything that it led to and the cultural impact. And salute to Jeezy, man. This was again a great piece of work. dropping 15 years ago today on July 26th.
Man, like such a dope ass album, man. I remember I was interning at Power 92. Damn, I've been at that company a long time. I was interning with the company at the time, and so like we in the promotional trucks and shit. So like I remember one of the dudes, he's like, you know, he's stone cold hip hop head and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And I never forget, shout out to Young Ding. He was like, man, this probably the shit y'all be listening to in Gary. I was like, hey man, just listen to this shit, fam. And we riding around the city, you know, picking up tickets and doing whatever you do as a promotional person. And he started feeling it. I was like, see, man, this is the shit. And like you, I wasn't the biggest fan of Jeezy. I wasn't like he was trash. I was just like, oh, man, like if this is the cat from So Icy, I'm cool. Damn. Which I ended up learning my lesson on both of them. But I'm like, I'm straight on that. But as I heard the album more and more, and then I saw it, like, it definitely wasn't probably the impact of Atlanta, but it still reverberated up here in Chicago. And it was like, this was coming out of every car up and down the block, man. I'll never forget it. And it's only so many moments, I guess you could say, in hip-hop where it's been culturally ambiguous. Like, everybody is fucking with it. Like, 50 was like that, from what I'm told. Doggy Style was like that. And this was one of those moments, man. And you could hear it everywhere, man. And I never forget one of the classic lines off of it, and it ain't even lyrical, it was just somebody had the balls to say it, was off of the Get Your Mind Right. Yeah. I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know, one trapper of the year 4 times in a row. What they did. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody listening is answering the question, and that just lets you know how much of a classic this album was, man. Like, from top to bottom, banger after banger. Like, Jeezy was really on fire. Yeah. Like, straight up.
Hell yeah, and man.
Now, the song that Cam is referring to is the Beat It Up joint with Jeezy and Lloyd. Garbage. Now, we've had this debate before. Mm-hmm. For some reason, Cam don't fuck with this song.
It's garbage, Jones.
But if y'all follow me on the gram, man, I said plenty of cheeks have been clapped to that song, fam. And people in my inbox was like, oh, most definitely, it's a fact. Like, Cam seems to think that only chicks with dirty socks would smash this song.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, sir. In 05, 06, man, just a pretty hood chick, you know what I'm saying?
I want to see them. I want to see these pretty hood chicks, Jones, because hey, and shout to my cousin Dre. He's the only person that posted an exception for me. I was like, oh, now if she like it, I'm with whatever she trying to do.
All right, okay.
Because he read my status, he was like, no, not all of them, cuz. I was like, you got to show me one. And he delivered. It's a young, beautiful black woman that's crouched down, throwing up the pitchfork in a white business suit. And I was like, yeah, I'm here for every single ounce of that. Now, if she wanted, that's the kind of woman that will only make me tear it up on. Everybody else, no. You had the black footprint in your sandals, and you haven't thrown them away yet.
No!
Like, that's what, like, your socks are dirty as shit. You need to stop racing in the streets. Like, that's what you need to do. Like everybody else, no, man. Yo, sorry. This song is like it just starts off super trash, Jones. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, look, man. When I listen to it now, and at an older age, it's not the most sophisticated record I've ever heard, but the beat and the vocals and the hood shit, he's like the hood love song that it is, or hood sex song that it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Some chicks is just into that. You know, she want to drink her Hennessy, smoke her blunt, and get fucked to this. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it.
You know what, Jones? And you know what? See, what you're saying is right? Here's my theory, though, and I asked a young lady that actually likes a song that I know for a fact that her socks aren't dirty. I'll just say it like that.
Okay.
And I was like, but you like this song because of Lloyd. I was like, Lloyd cold, so I don't have a problem with Lloyd. I was like, right. But this song, the rappers on this song are fucking it up. And I was like, so this song is garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do to you is read to you the first, like, let's say like 4 to 8 bars of Jeezy's verse on Tear It Up. And I want y'all to just let me know in the comment section or wherever how much of this shit absolutely will not fly in 2020. Let alone how this shit really wouldn't fly to a real bad chick that's got her head on her shoulders 15 years ago. Jeezy says, and I quote, got one baby mama, no bitch, no wife. Like Pac, you need a thug in your life. A young nigga to straight come through and beat it up. Let your man be the freak. He can eat it up. Jones, that's not getting you any pussy in our times, Jones.
Now look here.
Yeah, Jones. Let's talk, Jones.
Now look here. There's plenty of rap songs where we don't agree with the lyrics. All right, plenty.
You're right.
Now I ain't saying this is a mood setter. I'm not saying you turn this on and it's instant Niagara between her thighs, fam. I'm just saying if this song come on, this ain't something you gonna get up and skip. You know what I'm saying? You can let this ride while the mood is being set. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first song. I wouldn't recommend it. But if it's on the playlist, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your audience.
Yeah, hey, Jones, if I heard this shit come on, it would fuck my stroke completely up. And I was like, nah, we got to throw some other shit. I can't do this. I can't do this to this. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
And maybe it was just the age of recklessness for me at the time. And, like, the chicks at the age group they were in at the time. I don't think too many people was giving a fuck, man. Like, as long as you had a room or your own apartment, your own space, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was.
Like, yo, as I'm sitting here reading the rest of the shit, it's like, this is some bullshit. Like, he really saying some bullshit. Like, this is...
Of course, this is a misogynistic rap song in 2005. Of course, there's some bullshit in here. With the beat, Lloyd, and Jeezy's popularity at the time with hood chicks in particular. Well, his popularity overall, I can say then. Because if you still smashing this, you might really just got you a hood bra. Hey, but nah, I ain't even gonna say that. Because I'm sure there's a corporate woman out here that loves to get her cheeks smashed to tear it up. It's still her joint. Man. She's just up her station in life. That's all.
No. Listen, man. No. First of all, man, I'm just going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. How you beating up some pussy you ain't eating? Like, let's just start right there. Like, that's my thing.
That's a fact.
My phrase for a lot of years was, if I can't eat, don't beat.
Okay.
You know, so with that said, like, so you really just want to put it in, move it around. Yeah, you know what? That is some just happy to be here shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really did he really did explain in detail why he has one baby mama, no bitch, and no wife.
No wife.
Like, that literally explains it. Oh, you're just putting it in and moving it around until you arrive, and then that's it. Like, it's just nothing about this. Like, and granted, obviously I'm not a woman, right? I enjoy women.
Right.
But even as I listen to this, keep in mind, Jones, I'm 24 when this shit is out. And I'm not fucking with it. Like, I'm 24, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. This nigga talking right here. Like, I mean, Lord on this shit, but like, I don't.
Hey, man.
Like, I'm sorry, but this is again another one of those songs that sounds like a dude that ain't really getting to the chicks like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, like, let's keep it real. Like, let's talk about thug passion and hood chicks and all this, right? So a lot of dudes is losing their virginity by proximity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, only like when you're if you're like a nerd or like a geek or whatever outside of the hood, those are the virgins. All the like all the black and Latin kids in that one white family that live in your hood.
Yeah.
Nobody's a virgin. Like, well, I said 99% of us aren't virgins by 17.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, do you really know what you're doing? Or are you just saying some shit that you think sound cool?
Right,
and it's working. It's like, man, I know some homegirls that lost their virginity on the dare, Jones.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, I'm sure it teared up rung off for niggas like that. Like, I'm sure it did.
Man, you funny as hell.
Like, it's like, yo, yeah, like, my homegirl told me, she was like, you know, I lost my virginity, like, I dare a nigga to come get some pussy. And he showed up, and I didn't want to, like, chicken out. I was like, what? Huh?
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, okay, so that's how this works. Yeah, no.
That is hilarious.
I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel. I was in love. Like, and I was doing everything that I seen in magazines and on Cinemax. I was like, so I don't relate.
Right, yeah, okay.
But to circle it back around about the song being garbage, this is one of the darker moments for this album for me.
Nah, man.
And, it absolutely is, Jones. It's like, man, there's a reason, Jones, also, and we also got to acknowledge this too. There's a reason why Jeezy didn't really make too many more attempts at shit like this ever again.
That's a fact.
Let's not just throw this all on me not being adjusted to the times. You know, like, there is no playlist of Jeezy songs that sound like this.
That's true. Like, he was one and done on this one.
Yeah, 15 years and you don't even have 5 tracks like this. So obviously he knew the shit was trash too. You know what I'm saying? He knew it. He was like, yo, but like, you know, they was like, oh man, no, you gotta do a song for the bitches, you know. You gotta play something they might want to play like during the lap dances at Magic City. And it's like, do I really got to? Like, okay.
Nah, man, the song was so good, he knew that he caught lightning in a bottle and could never be recreated again.
Hey, you know what? Hey, this is the best case of lightning in the bottle that was never created again that I've ever heard, Jones. Like, I'm glad he felt it was so successful that he opted to never try it again. I really do. Like, man. I would love for him I would love his wife to listen to this song and tell me if she really likes it when he's not around. I would really love it.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? But man, and How's It Going Down is way better than this song, ladies and gentlemen. We can sidebar on that, Jones, if you'd like. But I will say, man, Thug Motivation 101, super dope album. Even though the Trap or Die song, and I'm about to be critical here as a person that's recorded a song or two in my day, I was really hoping that he led with the flow that he started with on that song. The last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. I think he should have kept that cadence and flow, but he did not, and it kind of fucked the song up for me. But hey, but that's why we add Bun B to shit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, nah, man, you know, like, yo, your first 2 bars of this were great. I was like, what happened to the rest of your verse? But hey, but you know what? This is, I think, Jones, also, you know, because we've on this show talked about being at Rap 100.
Yeah.
And where everything starts to fall into place for you. Jeezy was obviously like everything that he said he was. Like, he wasn't really a rapper. He was really a guy just trying to put some shit together and make something happen. And and there are points in this album where you can hear it, but the good is so good, or I should say the good is so great at this moment that on this album that you ignore it. And now, you know, even though he still says he's not an MC, he's not really the biggest advocate of hip hop and being a rapper, but like, even now, the way he approaches tracks 15 years later, you can just hear that it is polished, even for somebody that doesn't want to necessarily do it. And I think this is one of those rare moments where we hear greatness early, and we watched it develop over time.
Yeah, man, it's interesting to see because even then, like even though it was so popular, I knew like Jeezy wasn't like Lupe Fiasco, but it was one of those cases like it's how he's saying what he's saying, not actually like the lyrical wizardry of what he was saying. And I never forget. I remember like DMX kind of like tried to play him on 106 in Park back then. And like, yeah, Young Jeezy, whatever. But it was like, it was like, nah, man. Like that let me just that particular instance let me know that like certain people they just weren't in touch with it because it was like, nah, man, it's not like we get it. Like we want the lyrics and stuff like that, but what he's saying is so powerful. The ad libs and just the voice of it all came shining through, and he was hitting those marks, man. It was just you could feel it more than anything. You could just. You can feel the residue on the CD at the time. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, no doubt, man. So we'll keep it at praise. I got a final word for the comparison of Tear It Up and the song that slaughters it, and we'll talk about that great rap love song a little later in the show, man.
Yes, sir. Sir.
But definitely extreme shout to Jeezy. Thug Motivation 101, The Snowman Cometh, great album, man, and man, it's an irreplaceable moment in time in hip hop for me on different levels. So we salute you for your great contribution to the culture, and we thank you immensely.
Yes, sir.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones. There's a rapper by the name of Talib Kweli. I don't know. You might have heard a few of his songs.
Yeah.
You definitely haven't heard anything recent that you thought was fire, but that's another topic. But anyway, this gentleman, this rapper Talib Kweli Green from Brooklyn, New York, he's seemingly been banned from Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he's harassing a black woman from his account and other robot or burner accounts on Twitter. All because this young lady responded to a tweet saying that, had him in a list of a bunch of rappers that have lighter or fairer skinned women as wives.
Yeah.
So now, from what I've read from the tweets and read from the article, she didn't really attack his wife in any kind of way. But she did just happen to mention that, you know what I'm saying, it was implied that she may be a lighter skinned or fairer skinned woman in relation to all the rest of the women all the rest of the men that were mentioned in the tweet.
Okay.
So now, Jones, while I do understand not wanting to be lumped in, categorized, boxed in, or things of that nature, we do have to still call out sucker shit when we see it, and not wait for black women to do that. So this is some of the corniest shit in the world, but I am not surprised, because almost 4 years to that date, I actually got into a little Twitter altercation with this sucker. And he felt the need to tweet me a bunch of times. And now that I think about it, maybe some of those people that were responding to me were robot accounts as well. And I was like, where are all these people? I was like, no way people are that passionate about him responding to me like this. I really felt that way. And I was like, and this is coming from somebody that bought his albums.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, no way I'm being under attack for real by Talib Kweli fans. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, that can't be right.
They not mobilized like that?
No, they're not. Like, dog, there's no way that you should be mobilizing for a nigga that's going aluminum every time he drop, bro. It's no way. It's no fucking way. Talib Kweli's been rapping for easily 25 to 30 years, and he has nowhere near 25 to 30 million albums sold, Jones. Like, nobody's caping that fucking hard for a nigga that's a hip-hop elitist, and that's putting it nicely. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, right, yeah.
So when I seen that, and your girl No Name, she let it be known too. She was like, "Hey, you know what? It's complete bullshit that Talib Kweli has been attacking this woman for a statement that she made where she wasn't even slandering him or his wife, and he's been going in on her for for over a week, and no black man has came through to say anything about it." And I was just like, man, you know, that's to. Even though I'm trying to be somewhat lighthearted, but what I do want to say on a very serious note, like, it is extreme sucker shit for a 45-year-old black man who's made his a good piece of his change, and a good piece of his career off of claiming that he loves black women so much, and that he is, you know, like what they say, woke, conscious, all those, you know, clever and cool neo soul adjectives that we want to throw out. But here we are when he's a super fucking grown man, and what he's doing to a young black woman on Twitter, to the point where even the app itself had to shut him the fuck down. That is alarming. That is weirdo shit. That is sucker shit.
Definitely.
Like, fuck me. We shouldn't be supporting bitch ass shit like that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, that's some, like, grade school goofy shit. Like,
word.
Like, even if you kept that up for more than an hour, like, don't you have a life? Like, and I don't have as much venom for Talib as my partner do. But at the same time, like, let's just keep it a buck, family. Like, anybody who's invested in harassing anybody for more than 5 minutes, like going back and forth with somebody on the internet, you have way too much time on your hands. And like, you know, he, regardless of the sales, you're a famous rapper. You should have a verse to kick somewhere.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He got a podcast or a show or whatever the fuck is going on with him. Like, fam, you can't think of no content to do besides bothering this girl all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, for any more than 5-10 minutes tops, you're bugging. 9 days straight, you're fucking psychotic, man. Like, leave the girl alone. Like, that's some real sucker shit. No other word for it. I can't put no caveats on it. No, well, she was. Nah, fuck that. Even if she called his wife all out her name and all this other stuff, dedicating more than 5 to 10 minutes of anger towards somebody you don't know, can't really get to. And on top of that is a chick. Like, nah, man, you tripping, man. Like, nah, cut that out. Like, don't find yourself something to do.
Like, yo, when you got 9 days to harass any person on Twitter, you can tell nobody wants to hear you fucking rap, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can tell. Like, and that's the thing. You know what? One of his last projects I remember with Ninth Wonder, unfortunately, was called "Fuck the Money," and he was, and it was his attempt to, you know, give out, you know, the music for free. But no, nobody's buying your shit, dude, because we're sick of your shit because you look fucking phony on Twitter. Like you keep and what was so interesting, Jones, I seen an interview with him, and he was saying, like, you know, he tweet how he rap. And people are just I guess fooled by it. I'm like, dude, if I had any inclination in my mind that I thought that you would be a person that would harass black women for things that they never said to you, that you would race bait, that you would be a person that is trying to pin the labels like Uncle Tom and Cohen for niggas that you don't know and people that you don't know and creating scenarios in your mind that don't exist, I would have never bought your fucking shit in the 90s on cassette or CD. Like, I would have never done it. Like, you can't be the type of person that I thought you were from your raps versus what's happening on Twitter. Unless you really don't even know what the fuck you're writing down or reciting. I would like I would encourage you to listen to Brown Skin Lady and think it was okay for what you did to this young lady named Money Maya. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Money Maya, I'm sorry, because I was thinking of the song. But yeah, there's no way that you can write a song like Brown Skin Lady and think what you did to Money Maya is okay. There's no fucking way.
No way.
So,
you know, that's lame as hell.
Yeah, man. So enough of the sucking nigga talk. Hey, fuck you. You're a clown. You don't deserve light, but I do want to be instrumental in making it clear that I'm just another person that don't fuck with you. Yeah, who am I? I'm me, bitch. And that's all I need to be. That's all I ever need to be in my fucking life. You're a goofy. You're a clown. You're a 45-year-old Twitter thug, and you should slap yourself. All right?
Definitely.
That's all I got. Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Yeah, Jones, I'm sorry, man. We just got to get these clown ass niggas out the way real quick, man.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Even if it's just for a minute. But hey, but you know what? New music is out, man. New music is out.
Yeah.
And you know what? The only album I've actually listened to front to back this weekend was from the now newly retired Logic and his album No Pressure, Jones.
Oh, word. You listened to it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Jones. Wait a minute now. Are you trying to say that you did not partake in the final Logic album?
Yeah, man, I'm out. I'm cool. I'm off the Logic train, man. I'm good. I'm so good on that.
Okay.
The last couple projects he has delivered, man, have been ass. I am straight.
Okay. All right, Jones.
My ears and my time are way more valuable than that, man. I couldn't do it.
Oh, wow.
This is
awesome.
Unless I got a gleaming recommendation from somebody I trusted with their hip hop opinion, I'm cool on that. I'm
cool. Okay, well, Jones, what I can't give you is a gleaming recommendation, right?
All right, bet. Okay.
But I will overall, I believe I will overall speak positive about this album.
Okay.
So, to your point, and I'm glad you said it, I think this is the best Logic album, period.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know me, Jones, and you know how I felt about Logic from his first album. I thought that he kept trying to recreate Good Kid, Mad City and Sideline Story.
Yep, that's a fact.
And that's what instantly turned me off about those albums. About his albums, and then of course he did the whole, I'm gonna go to your house too, and let you listen to the album, just like J. Cole did for 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Again, I mean, hey, I'm from the era where bootleggers got their legs broken and biters got bitch slapped, so I wasn't feeling that shit. But not only to that, Logic, it's not that he doesn't like. That he lacks in the technicality that is rapping skill, like the rhyming of words at a certain velocity or veracity either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he can't rap at all. He just really didn't have much subject matter. He just rapped about a lot of the same topics the same way.
Okay.
What I will say about this album, though, is Jones, if it sounds like he finally came into his own more than ever during this project.
Okay.
So, like, normally I could say, oh, well, you know, here's the J. Cole song, here's the Kendrick songs, and that's the Logic album, and that's that. I can't say that on this album, but what I can definitely say is that he obviously pulled from Outkast, and he obviously pulled from A Tribe Called Quest to complete this album.
Okay.
This album sounds like the marriage of a biracial kid that listened to AT-Aliens and Midnight Marauders.
Okay. Okay.
So, you know, so take with that what you will, or take it with a grain of salt. That is on you, the listeners, to do that. I will say the subject matter is more robust, but at the same time, it's like it still lacks that uniqueness that I think that people expect him to bring to the game. I'll say that. There's some creative moments. Like there's a song called A to Z, but like it's like his version of alphabetical slaughter. But
see.
But
please continue.
But Jones, he doesn't use like all the A words and all the B words. He's just using like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like the word that he's using makes the sound, and that's how he moves on. If that makes sense, like
sort.
Yeah,
I kind of get you.
Right.
Okay.
It's like when you see, we're more savvy listeners of hip hop music, Jones, and this is even beyond alphabetical slaughter. So like, I could see, because with him turning 30, and with me knowing for sure that some of his oldest fans are 21. They are going to look at this album and moments like that and be like, yo, that was super fucking dope. That was creative as fuck. Like, yo, who's doing shit like this in the game?
Exactly.
And it's like, if you just listen to 11 rappers that can really rap,
yeah,
you might put him at number 12. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Exactly. Like, yeah.
The thing with Logic for me personally is, he's a great introduction to rap music if your parents don't let you listen to rap music.
Yeah.
I try like that, and at the same time, No ID makes the production of this sound really great.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they sold the instrumental to this, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the instrumental would stream higher than the actual album itself, personally. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay.
Like there's a blatant bite of elevators on this album.
Oh no! See, now I'm really glad that song is near and dear to my heart. And if he ripping that shit off, man, put a bullet in this album, man. No.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I don't want to make this even worse, but look, long story short, man, Logic's final album dropped. It's good, depending on how much rap you listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I'm trying to be so nice but keep it so real with y'all. Like,
right, yeah.
Like this album, it is nothing personal with the young homie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I think he even makes some valid points, even the songs about his own personal critiques. Like, I really do believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, even the garbage can gets a steak, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, all those things apply. Like, a couple things can be right at the same time. This album is good. You know what I'm saying? With a period, depending on how much rap you like. But it is not void of content that you may resonate with or statements that he makes during the album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm not one of those, and you're talking, and for context, everybody, I'm a person that loves Will Smith's Big Willie style. I love a series of Bow Wow songs, and I'm like one more day from making up my own playlist of specifically Bow Wow songs.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? I had no problem with what Soulja Boy was doing, and learned how to do the Superman at 26 years old. I just want to throw it out there. Like, I'm not shitting on dude because he's not a street kid or because he's not doing hardcore trap lyricism. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just know what I listened to, and it was like, yeah, it felt like some shit I had heard before. It literally sounds like this was inspired by this. So when I say it's a biracial kid that just listened to AT-Aliens and Midnight Marauders, like, that's what it sounded like to me. So, you know what I'm saying? And those are very dope rap albums. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody told me, whether they were biracial or not, even if a black kid was like, yo, man, I'm going to do my own version of, like, AT-Aliens meets Midnight Marauders, I was like, oh, man, you know, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've heard those original albums, so you better have some fire on that bitch.
Man, you gotta come with it. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this album is void of any song being better than any song that's on either one of those albums.
Man, okay. All right. we since we got your review of it. Are we gonna get into Logic and his retirement now? Or are you saving that?
Oh no, let's do it right now, Jones. Let's do it because this is the retirement album. So Logic and No Pressure and his retirement, all one and the same. Let's get right to it, Jones. Take it away.
All right, man. This is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from a person who thought Logic's Under Pressure album was very dope, right?
Okay.
As we moved along in my Logic fandom, the thing I noticed, not only with the Kendrick similarities and J. Cole similarities, is his music lacked soul.
Okay.
It lacked the I really care about this. It was the appearance of caring from the fact that he raps very well. So it's oh man, he gotta care about it because look at the effort he's putting into his words. And these cats over here, you can tell they don't really care about the art because they don't rap well. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the words. You know what I'm saying? That is a trap. That is a humongous trap that I think hip-hop heads and people who, care about the culture, quote unquote, have fallen into and Logic mastered with this mere appearance of, yeah, man, I listen to trap, I listen to Outkast, yeah, those what else are you offering me besides the fact that you rap very well? You know what I'm saying? And right. It's just, you can always tell this was just a means to an end, or after a while it was yeah, man, he don't really he's just doing this because he happened to be good at it. Some people are just good at basketball, but they don't care about basketball. Michael Jordan cared about the game. Right. I'm going to be good at this, and I'm going to put the extra effort in. Kobe Bryant, same thing. Not only am I talented at this, I'm going to show you why you can't beat me at this. Right. Whereas Logic, he's good at it and has the skill, but the musicality that comes with it man, I don't feel it. And there's a great article about kind of that mimic or mentions his retirement. It's on UpRocks. It's written by this dude Aaron Williams. It's called When Hip Hop Outsiders Leave Rap Behind, They're Saying More Than They Think. Now with Logic's retirement, he's going over to Twitch and I guess playing video games on there. He inked a 7-figure deal. Now, I'm not hating on any of that, and the article even says that's not to admonish him for doing that. Right. But it's a little weird when artists like him, they're super hip hop, and then they quick to leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. Not saying that you can't be hip hop and do other things. Right. But when you just wholeheartedly abandon the culture, it seems to me you wasn't really here for it in the first place. Even in Jay-Z's retirement, you could tell it still pulled at him. He still had to be here. And not even saying that this won't happen to Logic, but it's a little strange because I want to say maybe 3-4 projects ago, he was already talking about, I'm out, I want to write scripts, I want to do this. And not to box him in any way. It just looks funny with the music sounding the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? With the combination of the two. You can tell Andre 3000, he's just an artistic guy and he got to get this shit out. However, you know what I'm saying? He raps very well. He cares about his raps, but he really wants to try acting. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whereas, Logic for me and with this article is yeah, he just rap well, and this was a means to get out of a situation, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And you can always see how that don't work out for everybody. You can always tell the phony in that. You know what I'm saying? And we just spoke on Jeezy earlier. Jeezy might have been telling you for the longest, hey, man, I ain't really no rapper. But he cared about the music. And you saw that in the different projects that he dropped. Now, a little less so later on, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some people love them joints. But that's my issue with Logic as we moved along. It was Cam kind of said it. If you only could listen to Logic, or Logic was your first introduction to rap and shit, it seems amazing because it's oh, well, he's coming up in the era of the Chief Keefs and the drill and Bobby Shmurda and shit, and it's yeah, man, this dude cares about the culture because he raps well. And it's like, nah, they care about the culture too. They just doing it their way. Where his is like, nah, man, I rap and I saw Rubik's cubes at the same time. Like that don't mean shit, fam. Like I get it, yeah, you're talented, but where is the punch in the music? Like, yeah, putting together an album where you floating through space is cool as a concept, but where is the shit that connects it to my heartstrings? It can't just be like, yeah, on the technical level, this is amazing, and yeah, he floating through space and he told a story from front to back. It gotta be more than just you told me a story, because yeah, like I went to the store and bought some cigarettes as a story, but ain't shit in there that lets you connect it to any real experiences or anything that's heartfelt. And that's my issue with Logic in general. I wish the bro well though as he moves on. Like it's dope to see like hip hop expand and do other shit. And I'm not even gonna say that Logic isn't hip hop. It just looks away to me. You know what I'm saying? That he's moving on the way he's moving. It's cool. I get it. Do big shit. But it looks a little funny in the light to me. Like a counterfeit hunter. You know what I'm saying?
I dig
it looks a little funny in the light.
I dig it, Jones. You know what? A couple revelations came to my mind as you were talking. And I want to get this out so I don't forget it. First, before I get to my point, to me, Jones, Logic would be the greatest substitute teacher of all time. You could put him in any district with any kids, especially like if they were predominantly white private school kids. Like he to me, Logic is the equivalent of the white but kind of hip anchors that we see that go viral every few months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, hey, you know what? He knows how to do the latest dance, but is he really killing that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Like it's cool. Okay, white boy got moves. You know all the cliche things black folks say.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, white boy got a little soul in them. Those type of things. And Logic's era is the beginning of that era because he's only what 29, 30.
Yeah,
so
like that.
So literally, you think 9 years ago, he was part of the group of kids that were trying to go viral doing black shit on then Instagram and Vine.
Yeah.
Like they like he's part of the group of literal kids that were on Instagram and Vine, trying to go viral by doing black shit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So and here we are 9 years later, and he's retiring from hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say I think Logic is retiring from hip hop or retiring from making albums, music, or whatever, however he wants to compartmentalize it, because he doesn't want to be critiqued as being a person of hip hop and hip hop culture anymore.
Okay.
Because like it was funny that you would say that you're not gonna say that he's not hip hop, and I do commend you on like making that clear. Like, yo, I'm not on no KRS-One shit. I'm not trying to say he ain't hip hop and trying to kick him out, but this looks funny to me.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of the fence, Jones, where I look at it like, oh, you're retiring because you don't want to be held to being hip hop or being a rapper or those standards that comes with carrying hip hop everywhere you go. Because that would mean you have to operate like a Jay-Z, like a Diddy, like a Snoop Dogg, like a you know what I'm saying, even just going like a E40 or a Too Short, a Scarface, DMX, Nas, like like the guys that no matter what they do, no matter what product they endorse, no matter what they involve themselves in, it's a piece of hip hop culture that's with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't say it, but it's kind of unspoken that Revolt TV is kind of like the hip hop TV network.
Yeah.
And that's because we know Diddy is behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when Jay, like Duce is, that's a hip hop cognac, Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we think that because Sean Corey Carter is at the helm of that. And I think what Logic is doing, in my personal view, is saying that he's retiring from hip hop because, one, he knows that his audience the majority of those people are not hip hop heads anyway.
Yeah.
And he also knows that he has a young enough fan base that they can grow up with him and phase out of being like in rap or hip hop like that, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like because he's also a part of the he starts pulling out his albums in the I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star era.
Right. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like he's taking advantage of the out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he's part of a generation that can detour. A lot of like he's not held by the 80s, 90s, early 2000s standard of once you're hip hop, you're always hip hop, and that's just what you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has the luxury, if you will, of saying, you know what, hey, I'm done with rap and I'm gonna go be a father, which is commendable on the surface, but he's obviously gonna continue to create in some capacity. And with him creating in some capacity, he will, in some effect, could be associated with hip hop or not. I'm going to say not because of the scrutiny that he gets in hip hop, and the way that he's been able to maneuver and navigate and basically be considered as one of the greatest biters of our time. So, and when I say that, I mean, like, you know, one of the greatest biters of all time for his era. Like, he literally bit, like, the guys that would be, like, his contemporaries.
Right, yeah.
Because Kendrick and Cole aren't that much older than him. But yet, you know what I'm saying, he kind of, like, lowers himself under them and, like, is mimicking them. It's odd to me that somebody that is that close in age and influence would be pulling from them so much instead of becoming that piece. Like, in a lot of respects, Logic should have been in the top 5 of that era conversation.
Man, I was about to say the same thing. Yeah. It's kind of like Logic read Rap for Dummies. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And okay, after he closed the book, he was like, oh yeah, I got all that. He took all the notes. He seen all the bullet points. He was like, oh man, I could do all of this. Like, bet. But when it came to making of the actual music, he didn't ascend or join his peers like he should have. Like, for as big as Logic was with like the Suicide song and all that other stuff, and just the largeness of his fan base, there's no reason he should not at least be 4th. You know what I'm saying? Of all the rappers we talk about, like, yo, a new Logic album is coming out, bet. Like, instead, he's chosen to put himself beneath where his skill level even was, because his skill level is outpaces his musical ability, and it's like, it's kind of a joke. It's kind of like, yo, well, yeah, dude, rap's good, but like, I could get this shit in other places. Like, if like, what's the point of buying Great Value Frosted Flakes if Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are cheaper? You know what I'm saying? It's on sale. It's easier to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fam, I can get this dope shit over here for the same price. Why would I fuck with your shit?
Right.
So, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, you know, again, hey, he has a hell of a career as being a substitute teacher or just a teacher in general, I believe. Because because just like you said, Jones, the aspect of him having the skill to, you know, create a rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, that can be done, and it can be used as a great homework exercise for students to help learn. But could you put that on wax and sell it, and it could be something that people grow with?
Yeah.
Doubtful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just look at that, and I'm just always like, man, you know, sure, man, whatever you say, you know, like, congrats to you on your retirement. I'm sure it's what you want to do. I mean, again, him just not wanting to be, I think it's his best way to make his detour out of hip hop. So no matter whatever he does, it's more well received. Hell, Jones, I told you off top, that Supermarket album I think is the best. That is him. Logic is still the supermarket album to me, even though I do think this is probably the best album that he is put together. I still will stand by the fact that supermarket album is who Logic is. Like
who he really is.
Yes, like that is the kid that wanted to rap right there.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? But hey, only time will tell what he does. I look for it to not look like hip hop the older he gets.
Yeah.
And he's one of those acts that he won't help or hurt the culture by that happening.
Right. Yeah. You know? And as he moves on, it's gonna be interesting because I have no venom for him. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to succeed, and it would be really dope if he turns into like this script writing aficionado. Like his script turns into the new Pulp Fiction or some shit. Like that would be dope just to know that he came from hip hop. Yeah. So I'm glad to see. That's gonna sound bad. I'm glad to see he's not leaving on bad terms. You know what I'm saying? Like good luck to you. I wish you the best. Have a great career elsewhere.
Word. Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones Maino dropped a joint called The Rat Theme.
Okay.
It's a song about snitching and not snitching and how, you better take in the consequences of the street life and everything that comes with it. I mean, obviously, everybody's going to throw Rainbow Bright's name into this.
Of course.
But he's actually rapping from a different perspective, like from a more personal perspective. Like some cats that, like, I could tell that he knew and probably smacked in the face before. But I like when Maino does this, because if it's one thing Maino does know, it's that street shit. And I like my guys that really know about street shit to rap about street shit. So I like this song. It's a pretty dope song. And that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy, Maino. And yeah, man, another record for the streets, by the streets. That's representation of the streets, because people do have the streets fucked up since Rainbow Bright did what he did.
That's a fact, though.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
I just want to shout out that MURS has a joint out called Me and You versus Everybody. Again, I love MURS personally. I'm not gonna jump over to moan about the song. It's a good song. You've definitely heard better. You've definitely heard worse. But I do look forward to what is coming from MURS. I'm guessing by end of August, maybe into September. So, man, maybe third quarter or early into the fourth. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Did you get a chance to listen to any other music besides what we've mentioned today, Jones?
Oh, man, I dove into that Currency and Harry Fraud, man. OutRunners.
Shit. Yeah, I did. You know what? I did listen to that joint. I listened to that Friday morning. My bad.
Hey, man, I like that joint, man. I'm fucking with that, man. Like, Spittles puts out so much music, and I'm such a fan of his that I know I can, like, double dutch in and out. Like, I might miss one, but I catch something else, you know what I'm saying? And it's all mostly going to be dope. And this one is another dope, because I'm always like Harry Fraud's production, like that, what feels like 80s Miami Scarface drug dealer at night raps, like beats. And like this joint is cold. Like he got a real dope joint on there with Rick Ross and Conway. Like it's funny because they back to back.
Yeah.
It's called that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pronounce that joint. Mugella Red is number 5 with Rick Ross. Muggello Red. And then Riviera Beach with Conway the Machine, man. Them joints is back to back. I mess with it heavy. It's a quick little 9 joint EP album, whatever these things are called now. Project, really dope, man. The OutRunners, go check that out. Really dope. And one project I missed, I'm glad you brought up the MURS joint because it helped me remember. Blue and Exile got a new joint. I haven't got a chance to. The Miles, yeah, thank you. I haven't got a chance to listen to it, but I'm hearing good things about it. Like Below the Heavens is something I really mess with, like back in the early blog rap era. You know what I'm saying? I did like that album. Everything else from Blue, I haven't been able to really get into, but I'm hearing good things about this one, so I'm looking forward to checking that out when I get a chance.
Yeah, man. You know what? I actually listened to the Blue and Exile Miles project on, I believe it was Wednesday,
Okay.
Tuesday or Wednesday, and I did like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in writer mode, so I was like super like critical of some things, and I need to stop that when I'm in writer mode. But
Okay.
I did like it. It's a good listen. It's really long. You know what I'm saying,
Okay.
for everybody that maybe like or loathe long albums, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, they put out a lot of joints and sounds good. Sounds good,
Okay.
and I did listen to that Currency on Friday morning, like during my workout and even after. Yeah, good listen. Currency always has some easy listening hip hop, man.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones, the versus recap is upon us here. Jones,
Yeah. Yeah.
Snoop versus DMX, Dogg versus the Dogg.
Uh-huh.
And you know what, Jones? I got on our platform. I got here on Banging on Lunch Tables, and I said that this was going to be 13-7 at best.
Uh-huh.
And I want to tell you, as well as the rest of our audience, that I was dead fucking wrong about that.
Yeah.
I want to say, man, as I look at I still think Snoop did win,
Yeah. Same here.
but I think he might have won by like one or two,
Mm-hmm.
with 6 to maybe even 7 rounds being an actual draw, Jones.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
You got it. You got it way closer than I do. With
I'm sure.
with just with just being draws though. With it, I'm on the same page as you. Snoop definitely won, but I was wrong as well. That joint was a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. More like 11-9. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, like damn. Like okay, yeah. DMX joints really go, and it was just a good time overall. This. Like I feel like I say this every couple versus battles, but this might be my new favorite, just for the nostalgia and where I was like listening to it and whatnot, man.
Yeah.
Like it was really dope. Like one of the records I didn't think of when we were having our discussion last week was definitely Slippin'. Like
Yeah,
Slippin' is a
Jones.
joint, and I forgot how that really hit me in my feels as a shorty. Like being a rebellious teenager and all that other stuff. Trying to dip my toe into the streets a little bit. Like, oh man, nobody cares. I'm slipping, I'm falling, and like Snoop
Yeah.
ain't got nothing like that. Like Murder Was the Case is a dope ass record, and the remix is definitely better than the original. Let me add,
Okay.
but like there's something about Slipping that it kind of edged it for me, and like
Hell
the
yeah. What you mean,
like
kind of edged it, Jones? It beat the shit out that record, Jones.
oh no, dang, hold on, don't say that.
Come,
You
come
know what I'm
on, man.
saying?
You literally just said that the remix is better than the original.
Oh yeah, man, because that beat is hard on the remix. That beat is
So
super hard.
So in other words, Jones, he had to make the song twice in order to compete with what DMX did once, Jones. Because he don't change none of the lyrics.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah, come on, man. Slipping, man. Come on, man. To live is to suffer, Jones. And to survive,
Man.
that's to find meaning in the suffering, Jones.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It really ended up being a whole lot closer than I thought. And that's for like Snoop not even playing certain joints that I thought he was gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good time overall. Like this is one of those where it didn't feel like a battle.
No.
It was just like a celebration of music. One of the things I thought was funny, bro. Often when we were shorties, like you would hear older people say, "What is hip hop going to look like when it gets old? How y'all gonna be looking out here singing these songs?" And this is what it looks like, and it don't look bad to me. Maybe because like this is my shit, it's my culture. But like Snoop looks like the fun-loving uncle that's out here just happy to have a drink and like calling everybody nephew. What's going on, nephew? How you feeling, man? It just looked like that. Same thing with DMX. DMX done put on a whole lot more weight since '98. But that's what happens as you get older. And he just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? His life is coming together the way, we pray that it would for him. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, we celebrating the music. And that's what I loved about the battle from top to bottom, man. Snoop definitely won, but it was a whole lot closer, and I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And I just want to say this to all the people that wanted DMX to basically play nothing from 2000 on, that he leaned pretty heavily on the Grand Champ album during that verses, and he won some of those fucking rounds, if not tied. So I just want that crystal fucking clear as I tell y'all again, it's not my fault. Y'all stop listening to DMX after album number 3. That's all I want to say. That's all I want. I mean, I enjoyed this. I didn't want to pick a winner, but knowing what Snoop could pull from, I'm like, man, this could get ugly quick. I was actually pretty surprised that he didn't really lean on, the Last Meal album specifically.
Right,
You know what I'm saying, as well. A lot of Doggy Style, a lot of, I was surprised G'd Up wasn't the East Sider song that played.
Right,
so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but then again, man, Snoop can do whatever he want, man. With a career like his, you can do whatever you want. I'm so surprised that he played Pump Pump, and I'm so glad he did.
Me too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the ultimate celebration, just for the feel of it, that's now my new favorite verses. And yeah, man, it's gonna be tough to top that one. And
that's, it is.
You know what I'm saying? And it's good that we can continue to say that even as these keep going on.
You
know. So, but yeah, man, shout out to them. Like again, I got Snoop winning by 1 or 2, but I think I think 6 or 7 rounds, I honestly believe were tied up. I believe they were tied up. I think it was the What's My Name round. Yeah. That was a tie for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking the better What's My Name song. Those are great. I just literally just enjoy those. And I think there was a moment. Was it Bitch Please was paired up with X Gon' Give It To You? Yeah, no, that's a tie for me too, Jones. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And then there was some joints I had to like Who We Be has never beaten the Shiznit a day in his life, Jones. So I'm not being ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But hey, I will say this before I get to we get to the final words. I will say this, Jones. When it didn't matter what played, when How's It Going Down fucking played though, Jones. I don't give a fucking beautiful fucking play. I didn't give a fuck what the fuck played, because but How's It Going Down is one of the greatest love songs ever, and we're going to talk about that as part of my final word. I just had to tease the topic here a little bit. Jones has a lot to say about the song. I have some rebuttals. We're going to get to that, but before all of that, just shout to DMX, Earl Simmons, shout to Snoop Dogg, Calvin Broadus. That was a very great moment in hip-hop with verses between you two gentlemen. I might even go and watch the video again just for my own personal enjoyment after we finish the show.
I ain't mad at that. Now let's get to the shits.
Let's do it. Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Final words before we get up out of here, Jones.
Hey, man. Listen to Banging on Lunch Tables, man. I ain't got nothing. Because I want to get to Cam's final word, man. Yes. So go back, listen to old episodes after you listen to this one. Tell a friend and tell your partners and your grandma and them. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it, man. We got a new listener. I meant to screenshot it. I forgot. Just been a busy week. But thank you in particular, man. He rebutted what we were talking about with the Nick Cannon situation last week, and I like the angle he kind of took on everything. So salute to you, brother. You know who you are. I responded to you.
Nice.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Now let's get to Cam and his theories and thoughts on How's It going down.
Yes, absolutely, Jones. Absolutely. I hope you can stay with me. You faded out real quick there. I hope you stay with me for the whole part of this, Jones. This is
I'm here.
This is for the money right here, my brother. All right. And gratitude and shout to that brother that was listening to the show and as well doing his own content thing. We salute you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to say right now, and I want to start by with what our good friend Jones, J.R. Bang, known for from the Some Dude podcast, and is also from the First Black Champ podcast. He said, "How's It Going Down" is a wedding song. I am going, and not only do I vehemently agree with that, I want to also add on that "How's It Going Down" in itself is just a great rap love song in general, Jones. It's literally one the feel of the song is undeniable. It is infectious. That's true. When the beat hits for that, with the sample that's in the background, even when they added Faith Evans to it for the video, like nothing about the elements of that song don't make you want to fall in love, Jones.
Okay, I'm following you.
So now, and now let's get to it, right? Jones loves Tear It Up. And he thinks a song like that is what women really want to hear.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm older now.
Okay.
So I know you. Like I said, you don't lead with Tear It Up. It's just on the playlist. It's in the mix. You know what I'm saying, yo?
Okay.
Y'all might be on some real sweaty, nasty shit at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
And that's what you want to play. It must be time to get up to the refrigerator butt naked and get you some Kool-Aid if that's coming up.
Come on.
I'm going to tell you this, Jones. Whether it's track 1, track 7, or track 13, How's It Going Down can play, and the mood is still right, Jones.
Okay. I agree with you now.
Okay.
I agree with you now.
All right. Well then. All right. Let's talk like we agree, Jones. Look, I know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But like, yo. When I said last week, I was like, I don't give a fuck what plays when How's It Going Down plays. He won the round. X won the round. That happened, Jones. I don't give a fuck if Beautiful plays. I don't give a fuck what plays. God, How's It Going Down won.
Okay.
And And I mean, it's just, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's just one of your great stories of love and loss. You know what I'm saying, C. Jones? I don't want to steal your thunder. So do you have anything you want to say about that before I go into detail? Or do you got questions you want to throw out to me?
No. This is my opinion, right?
Okay.
The same chick that enjoys How's It Going Down is the same chick that wants to get smashed to Tear It Up. The song is only separated by what, like 7, 8 years, fam? It's the same type of chick. That hood love, that's the same thing. It's the same thing in there. The same chick, the same type of chick that was screaming for X in '98. Her little sister was screaming for Jeezy in 05, fam. They moved to Atlanta. They got out of Yonkers. The little sister was going crazy for Jeezy, and it's the same shit. If the song, if How's It Going Down is getting played at the wedding, which I have no problem with, Tear It Up is getting played at the honeymoon that night. That's all I'm saying. That's Jones, the same chick.
Jones, first of all, ain't no song talking about not eating pussy is getting played at no honeymoon. Like, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Hey, man, look, bro, you do not have to follow the instructions of the song. Just enjoy the beat and the smooth vocals of Lloyd and get to it, man. Eat all you want. You know what I'm saying?
So you're admitting only the shell of this song is worth a damn. Okay, that's good. At least we've got there. At least we got to only the shell of this song is worth a damn. Because I am under the impression that Tear It Up is worthless without Lloyd in the beat. I am. It is worthless.
Look here, man. You've listened to 10 Crack Commandments, right?
Yes.
You ain't never pitched crack before, have you?
No.
Okay. That don't mean the song ain't dope just because you ain't do exactly what the lyrics told you to do. Yeah, Jeezy said he don't eat it up. Hey, man, turn your bedroom into Golden Corral, fam. Enjoy yourself.
Jones.
Go in. Dive in head first. I'm just saying, the same type of chick that was wearing 5411 size 7 and girls, hey, in 05, she was wearing white Air Force Ones. That's all. That's it.
So Jones, I want to show you the flaw in your analogy here, Jones. So the 10 crack commandments, right? I've never pitched crack, right? I've never done it.
Right.
However, you know what? After hearing Biggie's 10 crack commandments, I think I could be successful for at least one summer. I really do. I'm like, you know what? Okay, that's what you need. Okay, bet. All right.
Bet.
Some of those things I could definitely do. Now all I need is the cooking instructions, and I'm pretty much set to go.
And you good to go, right?
Yeah. Now for Tear It Up though, Jones. Jeezy is suggesting that I, because I'm showing an inadequacy in my sexual performance, that I need to call another guy that's just better at it or willing to do it than me. Jones, would you pass your wife to another man to take care of the needs that you don't want to do, Jones?
Hell no, man. None of that. None of that.
And that's why Tear It Up is worthless without Lloyd on it, Jones. Because that doesn't just seem right. It's like, oh, no, don't put your pussy even near my face. No, you got to call another nigga for that. It's like, oh, wait, then why did we get married? Why did I write my name next to yours on this document? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's true. Come on, man. It's like, and there's other flaws in this verse, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and I don't mean one of those being face like Trina, ass like Jackie O, because those are great combinations. But as you get, like, again, him and Slick Puller are just not killing that song in the aspect of, yo, yeah, man, the women really gonna dig this forever and ever. Whereas, how's it going down, Jones? Again, the ultimate cat and mouse love and lost tale of a young thug ass dude that's out seeing something that he like. So he run up on her, get familiarity, strike conversation, get the number. Then, you know what I'm saying, then it transitions into, oh, now I'm definitely smashing. You got your situation with the children, with your father's children, okay, and that's all good, whatever. But obviously, I'm laying the pipe so viciously to you. You like how the fuck I'm giving it up. And we both noticed. Like, me and him, we both noticed. He know you ain't been like that you wasn't like that in spring, but now summertime, you're sprouting, and there's obviously the boy sprinkling the miracle grow on you, right? Okay. Now, after that, so it goes left, so now, because on the low, she didn't realize how much of a lame he dealing with, because, but it is kind of her fault. She sent him off, saying he trying to wear it out or whatever. She hollering my name, you know what I'm saying? Damn, like, so now he done smacked you up and whatever. And then he trying to assemble his little team. They trying to run up on me. That's not the right move, my guy. You can get killed out here. So instead of doing that, you need to leave me the fuck alone. I was like, hey, yo, and then X approaches the lady like, yo, I should kill this nigga that you have because he's giving me unwanted problems. But you know what? I'm gonna chill because you know what? At the end of the day, that's your kid's father. So I'm not gonna murk this nigga. I know what it's like to not have a pops. You feel me? So I don't want to purposely take a black man away from his kids. But, yo, let this nigga know I'm not fucking playing games. You know what? Wait, hold up.
And in the meantime, take this snow up to 150 to see Joe.
Joe, get that. Come back with that. We can split that. Kick back. Sit. Fuck. Puffer L. Forget that. Is you with that? Come on, Jones. Come on. Listen, man. Jones. My DMX, Earl Simmons Jones, he just let you know that, yeah, I got a new girl. I'm wearing it out. Her nigga super mad, but he ain't gonna do shit. I could murk this nigga, but I'm gonna show compassion as a black man for another black man and father. And I'm not gonna kill this nigga, but you know what? Fuck all of that. And yo, we got work to move. Move this pack for me, babe, because we can chill with the money. I'm going to split the money with you. You eat when I eat. You chill when I chill. You smoke when I fuck. You know, we're not smoking, all of that. You're like, and is you cool with that? She obviously was, you know, because then we get to the third verse. He keeping it real. He was just like, you know what? Shit kind of going left. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? Now I guess she really do love this other nigga. Like, and you know what? Hey, you know what? I gotta take the L. I knew she had 2 kids by this nigga when I met her.
So, it was wrong for me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're like, but she belonged to cuz. It belonged to me. Got 2 kids by this nigga. It was wrong for me, but we'll always be best of friends. Man, love, to the end. Hey, Jones, that's letting you know. It's like, look, you know what? I don't even hate this girl. It's kind of fucked up. We can't be together, but shit, we had a nice run. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now, I appreciate all that, man. You broke that down so eloquently, my bro. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But he didn't even end up with the chick. Jeezy is telling you from the onset, I don't even really want this girl. Like, I'm just trying to, I've had a hard day at work. Just to break Jeezy's song down real quick.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
I've had a hard day at work. I would like to come home to some stress relief. Here you are. Let's get to it. I don't have a lot of time because the block is calling. That's it. I gotta get back to the streets. That's it. That's all.
Jones, I'm gonna ask you this one question. He's talking about beating it up, right? He gonna beat it up, right?
Yeah.
How tired could he be? Or does he truly love the streets more than he loves laying up with a woman, Jones? You let me know.
Hey, look here, man. At certain times in a young man's life, he has to make the decision. Which do you want? You want some coochie or you want some money?
Yeah.
And Jeezy is truly deciding, hey, man, I'm going to be in and out. That's it. I ain't got time for the love making. I'm in and out. I'm with the smash and the dash. That's all.
Yeah, see, Jones, nah, Jones. Hey, look, you know what? I mean, true, we don't got to love them all, Jones. We don't. But if I'm going to make a song, like, it's got to be more to it than that. And this is coming from the same person that loves Let's Run a Train by Project Pat, Jones. So I don't want to get people confused. I don't want people to get fucking confused. Because I love Let's Run a Train by Project Pat just as much as I love How's It Going Down by DMX, all right? Like, the flaw is just in everything being said by Jeezy and Slick Pulla on the song, Jones. I'm sorry.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, and just for everybody to know, I'm not saying How's It Going, Tear It Up is better than How's It Going Down. I would
we
never
knew that,
say
Jones.
that. I'm just saying.
I would cancel the show if you said that, Jones.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's the same type of chick. One is her older sister, the other is the little sister that moved to Atlanta because Yonkers got too hot. That's all I'm saying.
Jones, and you know what? I'm gonna do one better that probably makes more sense for both of us. Remember those like those circle graphs where like you drew one circle, but then you drew one circle over the other circle, and then there's like this tiny percentage like that could be the same color, which was the over of both of those, the circle graph joints. That's what you're talking about. Like there's there's Tear It Up girls, and then there's How's It Going Down girls, and then there is that percentage of girls in the middle that you know what, I could like either one of them. But they're definitely not the same. I still say the majority of you women who still loved Tear It Up by Jeezy, Slick Pulla, and Lloyd, you have dirty socks. You definitely wore Beauty Supply flip-flops, and you wore them till they got the black footprint in them, and you didn't throw them away. You just kept wearing them. Also, you know what I'm saying? I think y'all also had the bad ponytail, the loose ponytail with the dirty scrunchies. I believe that's y'all too. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely chicken wing grease on your panties. It was definitely that.
Oh no.
And, yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? And I'm sorry. And you know what? And I'll say that all the how's it going down girls, if I could just be very descriptive, are Cardi B. all the girls that love how's it going down are Cardi B. That's who they are. They're Cardi B. They're Lil Kim. They're fucking. They're who else do we got out here?
Oh man, see.
Jones, you know I'm right though. But you know I'm right though, Jones.
I'm gonna stand up for all the southern chicks out there that like
Foxy Brown.
No, they're Megan Thee Stallion.
No, hey, Megan Thee Stallion. Jones, the way Megan Thee Stallion rap, she fucking with Tear It Up, Jones.
Yes,
Jones.
Yes.
The girl that lit every rhyme that niggas love to attack her for is about her keeping her little cat in dudes' mouths, Jones. You think a woman like Megan Thee Stallion is fucking with Tear It Up?
Hey man, the aesthetic of the sexy ass drug dealer rap, that's Megan Thee Stallion all the way. She's going for Tear It Up. I wish I could ask her.
We gonna ask her one day. I'm like, I want you to hear this verse, and you tell me if this is some shit you can get with. Jones, Megan Thee Stallion is literally the young lady that says, well, if you're not going to eat my pussy and give me money, we have nothing to discuss here. So, yo, and she's definitely the girl that will get the snow from 150 from Joe. Like, she's definitely that. She's definitely that. So, Jones, listen, you know what? But hey, here's a call to action for everybody. I want every single woman out there that Jones may or may not know to post a picture of yourselves and express how much you like Jeezy's Tear It Up. Because I think my theory is true. I think hey, look, you know what? I'm allowing 5% error in my statement. So that literally means if 100 women submit photos, only 5 of y'all are like, okay, wait a minute, I'm with what you on right there. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 out of 100, 5. I'm giving myself a minus 5% error, Jones. Plus or minus 5%, I'm going minus 5. So out of 100, I'm saying that only 5 would make me think there's an exception to that rule, brother.
Ah, man. Look, I know what I know, and that's all that I know, okay?
You're right. But you know what? Sometimes we gotta learn some new things, Jones.
That's a fact, man. Hey, that's a fact.
It's more than one way to get to home from work, Jones.
This is why I do the podcast with you, man. You are hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? You might save yourself some toll charge. You might save yourself a little gas. You just might have to make another left. You never know.
Hey, on the real.
Oh, man. Well, man, hey, look, man, we appreciate y'all tuning into this show. As you can hear, we enjoy doing it every single week, and we hope you enjoy it as well. And always before we leave, we got to let you know that it's fans over critics.
Yes, sir.
It's support what you love instead of bashing what you hate.
Yeah, it is.
And we always want you to be safe, be humble, and live hip-hop.
You damn right.
It's the Bangin' on Lunch Tables podcast with Camp from the Port.
Mike Jones.
And we are out.
Yeah.